Captain Merck watched through the observation deck as the human ambassador boarded the diplomatic vessel. The aliens' movements were quick and decisive, almost predatory in their efficiency. It was difficult to imagine that such a fragile-looking species could inspire such dread throughout the galactic community. "Is it true what they say about their homeworld?" asked Lieutenant Dorr, mandibles clicking nervously. Merck's outer membranes rippled with discomfort. Earth is classified as a Class 12 death world, the only inhabited planet with that designation. The human representative, Ambassador Tom, strode on the bridge with a smile that displayed rows of omnivorous teeth. Most species in the Galactic Council evolved as dedicated herbivores or specialized carnivores. Humans were both, and their bodies reflected this unsettling duality. "Thank you for the invitation," Tom said, extending a five-fingered hand in greeting. His skin was alarmingly thin, with visible fluid transport vessels beneath the surface. Merck hesitated before touching the human. Their species' reputation was not unearned. 3 cycles earlier, the Council had dispatched its first contact team to Earth. The reports that returned fundamentally changed galactic politics. Earth was not merely hostile, it was a crucible of evolutionary horrors that had forged humans into something uniquely resilient. Most spacefaring species evolved on gentle worlds with stable climates and predictable dangers. Earth was chaos incarnate: extreme temperature variations, crushing gravitational forces, toxic atmospheric components, and radiation levels that would kill most sentient life within days. But it was the historical records that truly horrified the Council. Humans had spent their entire existence fighting their planet, each other, even their own bodies. Their medical texts described procedures where they deliberately poisoned themselves to destroy internal invaders, cut open their bodies to repair damage, and transplanted organs between individuals. They called it healthcare. The Council called it madness. "We've prepared accommodations suitable for your biological needs," Merck said, guiding Tom toward the conference room. "I'd appreciate that, but I'm quite adaptable," Tom replied. Adaptable. The word sent shivers through Merck's central nerve cluster. Humans could survive temperature ranges that would kill most species, tolerate radiation doses that would liquefy Council representatives, and consume substances that qualified as biological weapons on other worlds. "Our scientists are particularly interested in discussing your species' regenerative capabilities," Merck said carefully. Tom laughed. "You mean how we heal?" "It's nothing special by our standards. Nothing special. Humans could regrow entire limbs, given enough time and medical intervention. They shed and replace their outer layer continuously. They could lose significant blood volume and survive. Their bones knitted themselves back together after breaking. Most disturbing of all, they hosted trillions of microscopic organisms inside their bodies, deliberately. A human was not an individual, but a walking ecosystem of cooperative organisms." During the briefing, Tom explained Earth's history. The room fell silent as he casually described how humans had evolved alongside apex predators. Large cats that could tear us apart, wolves that hunted in coordinated packs, bears that could crush our skulls with a single blow, Tom listed. Not to mention the microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, parasites. Our immune systems are constantly at war. "And you survived this?" asked Science Officer Pell. "We didn't just survive," Tom corrected. "We thrived. We figured out how to use tools, control fire, develop medicine. We turned our predators into companions." The Council representatives exchanged uncomfortable glances. Humans had taken creatures designed by evolution to kill them and reprogrammed them through selective breeding to become loyal companions. They called these creatures pets and treated them with affection. It was biological warfare on a scale no Council species had ever considered. "But surely your technological advancement has allowed you to leave behind such barbaric evolutionary traits?" Merck asked hopefully. Tom shook his head. "Our bodies are still built for Earth. We can run for hours without stopping. Our sweat glands let us regulate temperature in ways your species can't imagine. We can go days without water, weeks without food. Our bodies are designed to endure." "And your military capabilities?" Lieutenant Dorr asked, immediately regretting the question. We've spent thousands of years perfecting the art of warfare against ourselves, Tom said, but we're hoping to move beyond that history. That's why we're here. The terrible irony was not lost on Merc. Humans, the apex predators of a nightmare world, were reaching out in peace. Yet they came from a society where violence was so common they had developed thousands of different words just to describe various types of conflict. As the diplomatic meeting concluded, Merc escorted Tom back to his ship. "One last question, Ambassador," Merc said. "Given your species' remarkable survival traits, why seek alliance with the Council? You could likely conquer many worlds if you chose." Tom stopped walking. For a moment, Merc glimpsed something ancient and predatory in the human's eyes, an evolutionary memory of standing on a savanna, bloody but unbowed, having outlasted creatures with bigger teeth and sharper claws through sheer terrifying persistence. Because the most important survival trait humans developed wasn't physical, Tom said quietly. It was cooperation. We learned that working together accomplishes more than fighting. Yes, we're Death Worlders, but we'd rather be known as peacemakers. As the human ship departed, Merc understood what made humans truly terrifying. It wasn't their resilience or their predatory history. It was their adaptability, their capacity to change not just their environment, but themselves. A species forged in fire that chose to use its strength not for conquest, but for connection. The most dangerous predator in the galaxy wanted to be friends, and somehow, that was the most terrifying thought of all.